I am really hopeful that the doctor says that I am past the crutches stage just because I waited longer than I should have to go in, and that I'm now in the healing stage where, you know, I might be able to start working out a little bit here and there and not run the risk of re-injuring myself or making it worse. But that might be wishful thinking. You know, I might be coming out of there with a script for crutches. I don't know. I don't know. Everybody, so tomorrow is the big day, and that's when I find out the results of my MRI. Now, I have my disc, but I have no idea how to read it or what it all means. So I'll find out more information about where I'm at, what my injury is, hopefully, and what we can do about it. You know, where do I go from here? In the meantime, you know, as I pointed out in yesterday's video, I've really put a pause on my marathon training. But that doesn't mean that I'm not working out. When I say I'm pausing my marathon training, what that means is I'm not working out in a way that's going to be too much stress on my left hip. So my intensity, for example, riding my bike, isn't going to be the same. Doesn't mean I'm not going to go out and ride my bike. It's a beautiful day today. It's already 50 degrees Fahrenheit here, so you know, and sunny. And we got the eclipse this afternoon, so that'll be fun to check that out as well. But in the meantime, you know, I'll probably jump on my mountain bike, just go for a spin around town. But I'm not going to be coming up out of the saddle. I'm not going to be pushing hard to get my heart rate up to a threshold or marathon level. But rather, you know, I'll stay seated. I'll keep my resistance low and my frequency a bit higher, and keep all of the stress that I can off of my hip. It's nicer than it has been, but it's still not what I would say warm. You know, but 50 degrees with the sun shining, it shouldn't be too bad of a bike ride. I'm bringing you over here because I don't know if you're going to be able to see this very well, but I've got buds on my weeping cherry tree, so that's kind of nice to see. Sure sign of spring for me is when this tree starts to bud out. I got some evergreens around that, you know, keep it green year round, even in the dead of winter. But when the weeping cherry tree starts to bloom a little or bud out, I know that you know, summer's coming. Summer's coming. All right, I got to get out my mountain bike, and we're gonna go for a little ride today. Oh, the one nice thing about my mountain bike is it's pretty easy to ride around town because it's geared up, you know, to take you on mountainous terrain. So, you know, at the gear ratio makes it pretty easy to pedal if you're on concrete or blacktop, that kind of thing. So just riding around town, I should be able to keep the resistance pretty low today. I'm not shooting for any kind of heart rate today. I'm just going out, getting a little bit of exercise, turning my legs over, keeping the blood flowing, and you know, mentally, it's a big boost to be out here in the sunshine. And it gives you a little bit of shot of vitamin D, which I could definitely use, especially if I've got a femoral neck hip stress fracture. I think that's how you say it. Hopefully it's not, but I think that it is. We'll know more tomorrow. All right, enough about all of that. I'm gonna get my helmet on. I did bring some gloves. You know, 50 degrees is, like I mentioned, you know, it's warmer, but when you're out riding, you got that breeze, especially in your hands, my fingers can get pretty cold. So definitely gonna be wearing the gloves today. Oh goodness. Looking forward to it. It's been a while since I've been out on my mountain bike, been outdoors. Spent too many hours, over 1,000 miles, I'm sure, on that indoor trainer. So looking forward to spending a little time outside. A pretty nice spring day, I have to say. Oh, the fresh air is definitely doing me some good. I knew that it would. Anytime the sun's shining, oh, that gives you a huge boost. But to be outdoors and get all that fresh air, breathe it into your lungs, boy, it really feels good. Oh, and it's so much more fun being on my mountain bike than that indoor trainer. Just so much more to look at. Just more of a sense of freedom. It's not quite the same as running, but darn it all, it's pretty close second, I think. Pretty close second. Especially if I am out on the trails. Now, Sleepy Hollow State Park that I like to go to has a lot of trails, but they're not mountainous trails. Many of them are really well traveled. So it's not really, you know, difficult, but some can be challenging to get through. So you're going at a really, really slow pace. So something like that might be good for me to do right now, depending on what the doctor says tomorrow. But if he's okay with me doing what I'm doing right now, you know, that might be a really fun thing to do, because my heart rate never gets up very high when I'm riding those trails, because I can't go very fast. You know, I have to look out for a lot of roots and, you know, tree limbs and sticks and all kinds of stuff, rocks and things like that. So I have to go pretty slow. So it's, you know, from that respect, you know, my workout is a bit lighter. I'd say it's almost more mentally challenging to be, you know, on the lookout for all of the potential dangers that are there in front of you. My doctor, when I was in and we talked about what I was doing, he said it was fine for me to be riding my bike, but I think in his mind, he's saying it's fine to be riding my bike as long as I'm not stressing my hip. In other words, you know, don't come up out of the saddle so often, don't set the resistance so high that you're really putting a lot of torque or stress. Because, you know, in his mind, after the examination, I think he's correct. Because when I first went in there, I thought that it was going to be a soft tissue issue, much like with my right hip that I had issues training for the Chicago and New York marathon, or turned out to be bursitis. And I went in and kind of went through this whole process. At the end of the day, he said, you can't hurt it anymore. So if you want to run it and it's tolerable in terms of the pain, go ahead, go for it. So I was thinking that's the kind of news I was going to get, and I would be fine to run the Boston Marathon. And I feel like I'm ready in terms of my cardio, all that kind of good stuff. But after his evaluation and his examination, I think we both knew that it was something more than a soft tissue issue, because it hurt, especially when he was doing that, what do you call it, fulcrum test, right? So they kind of wrench on your leg a bit, and it kind of lit up, you know, it lit up, and it was painful. So anyway, so today, you know, I am pausing my marathon training, but I'm not stopping working out, because I don't want to lose my fitness. I enjoy working out. You know, I'd like to be fit, and I want to be prepared for when I'm able to train hard again. So whatever I can do in the meantime to keep that up, I'm going to do. So this might be a really off the wall, weird question as I'm out on my bike today. But I've been thinking about getting an outdoor pizza oven. Nothing elaborate, you know, just a small one, nothing that's going to be, you know, have to be built out of bricks or anything like that. But I was just wondering if any of you have one, and if you've used it and how well it works. You know, I think part of the reason why I find it so hard not to exercise, at least to do something, is because I love to eat. And I love to eat pizza. Oh my goodness. So anyway, if you guys have one, know somebody that has one, what do you guys think of it? Maybe we could talk about that in the comment section below. Got some other cool stuff happening here on the channel too. So I got a sweatshirt, a hooded sweatshirt that has Run Tall and Run Strong on it. I think it turned out pretty well. It just arrived today. All right, so we got some fun stuff today. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be the hoodie, the sweatshirt that I ordered. It has Run Tall on it, so I'm anxious to take a look at that. Really anxious to take a look at that. And this is from Nike. So I'm sure that these are the Alpha Fly 3. So I'll open these up a little bit later, but I'm really excited to see how the hoodie turned out. Let's rip into the sack. Love it, love it. Ta-da! Oh, that's the back. Oh, check it out. It says Run Tall, Run Strong. Absolutely love it. Oh, they did such a good job. I'm excited to wear this around town. Oh, something to go with my hat finally. So I'm gotta put it in the wash, and you know, I'm excited to be wearing that. You know, who knows? Maybe I'll wear that for good luck to my appointment tomorrow. We'll see. All right, you guys. Hey, thanks for making it to the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it for you. As always, run tall, run strong, be kind to one another. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.